Welcome to another video. It is an absolutely very cold and damp day here in Belfast. Particularly, it's cold in the Accidental Theatre Company here in Shaftesbury Square. I just wanted to do this short video because I have a backlog basically of videos and photographs. Photographs from this camera here that I took. In one sense, I just want this video to be about a short history of my attempts of photography. Going back about 15 to 20 years ago, I bought my first proper camera. It was a small, compact Canon camera, and I just used it to photograph buildings and regeneration sites. And actually, sometimes you could shoot really short videos at really low resolutions, and I did that in Belfast mainly, and whenever I went off to places like London to look at developments, etc., or regeneration projects in London. I wish I had really developed my skills then, because if I would have had a great business by now if I had kept going at photography, and even more so now about video production, because businesses, etc., are really crying out for videos and photographs for social media. But anyway, that's beside the way. So my journey now of getting to this point of a middle-aged guy, as you know, I didn't have any money for quite a number of years. Still don't have a lot of money. But what I did do was, okay, I can't afford high-end stuff. So what do I do? So I just basically bought researched on YouTube and bought the most affordable cameras that I could get, and that were suited to learning about photography, but more importantly at that time for me was video. And I bought a number of really cheap and cheerful, bashed about video cameras, Canon small compact cameras. I think they were called Ixus or ELPH, ELPH in the States, and they were brilliant. They were cost me £30 to £40, and they shot really good video, 1080p video, and they're really good. And I'm going to post some of my vlogs later on, and you'll see they were fine. Well, I thought they were fine. They were a great starting point, but I never really used them for photography. All I ever really use, as most people do, is my smartphone. But then as I went around and began to look at photography and everything, I came across YouTubers such as Shameless Maya, and this guy called Ted, who does the art of photography. And through those, I really realized that I'm missing out. And this video in particular from 2015, Shameless Maya, talked about the camera she owned then. And there's obviously your ubiquitous smartphone, Apple smartphone. But it was this camera here that really stood out, because all the way through this video, she was basically talking about the Sony a5100 and why it was a good camera. And she said at that time there was the a6000 came out, and both these cameras then I couldn't afford them because they were like at least £500-600. So it took me some time just to have the money to be able to buy one. I'll come to that in a minute. But the key things that she said about was the A500 says is more affordable, has a flip screen on it, and she just found that although the A6000, Sony A6000 is now seen as a classic mirrorless camera, which people still recommend people to use, she found for everyday photography, she used the A5100. That was her, like whenever she was going out for the day, she put that one in her bag. And I think there's a bit of a video here where it shows you her putting it into her, oh there it is, there it comes up there, putting it into her handbag in this case. So I thought, okay, that's the camera I'm going to save for, that's the camera I'm going to buy. And one of the things she emphasizes about is, as you can see here, she's talking about being able to take the lens off, so you can begin to learn about lenses, which some people, from now, what I understand now is most people say the lenses are more important than the body. So like you can build up a really good series of lenses as you get into photography. This also does a lot of, in fact, here it is here. Where is it? I've just moved it on too fast. It also does a really good still 1080p video. which is what I'm shooting my videos on now. 1080p. I think I'm doing it at 30 frames per second. Don't quote me on that. Where's that nice videos piece? Have I missed it already? Sorry, man. I don't, where is it? Ah, there you go. You see? So, oh God, I give up. So that's what I went for. And then whenever I watched Ted's review of this was back again in 2015. He really used it a lot. He said it's really good for video, for B-roll, although you can't do film a long time about it because of there's a battery issue with these cameras. So just moving on, here it is on the Sony website, and I actually got the white version, and the reason why it's good is you got this flip up screen and stuff. So I got it off eBay for 210 quid. And what I did was, here it is. Here's like ongoing. Why I bought it? I bought it off a company. I buy my tech. If I'm buying anything off eBay, I always buy it off a company rather than individual, because if there's any problems, it's much easier to return it. So the end of this video is just basically going to be talking about that. I bought it in the summer of June 2019, and I got it for 200 quid, 210 quid, and obviously paid cash, all that sort of stuff, and so I got it at a good price with a good company, and I just had it for 2 weeks because I had a return period of 2 weeks, and I really enjoyed using it. So I'm moving on I just show you the photographs. I've put them into iMovie. So this is me basically. I was quite busy at the time, so I didn't really have time to really experiment, and I still probably had a lot of resistance to using a proper camera because I'd never really had a proper camera before. But I brought these back, and I was absolutely amazed for me. I'm sure other photographers are looking at this going, wow. But even the photograph of this guy, I couldn't believe the quality. And it was so much easier to take photographs using this camera than it was using a smartphone. I just brought it out of my bag, switched it on, had everything on auto, and then I just took the photograph. It's really good. This is Botanic Park for anybody who knows Botanic Park, and these are like public conveniences or loos, toilets. But the reason why I'm photographing these buildings, I was looking at a regeneration project, and I was just using these buildings as examples. But I was really amazed. I was really impressed by this camera, basically. If you just look at these last two photographs here, I mean, I was walking back over Ormer Bridge whenever I took a photograph of this flower. Now, again, I just pulled my camera out of the bag and just took this photograph, and I was quite amazed by it. I think I would have been flapping around or whatever if I had have tried to do this using, look at that, using a smartphone. So, this long story short, I'm now in the market again to buy another camera. So, again, affordable. I might buy it through Amazon. With Amazon, I always buy the Amazon warehouse ones because again, you have up to a month to mess about to see whether that's for you or not. I'm also just looking at a camera, Fuji camera, AX3. This is the microphone I'm currently trying to buy. Where is it? Yeah, this one. She's declined my offers, so I was trying to offer her below it. So this is the AX3, which again, I would love to buy the new version of this. It's the AX7, but this is again another similar mirrorless camera, this time by Fuji. And the new version, AX7, is really like a mirrorless camera, but with a menu like a smartphone. So it's quite appealing to me. So I might buy something like this. Okay, that's about it, folks. So I'm just going to do the links in the description below. I find this video, I'm sure there's a host of other ones, and this is old, but this is 2015, so it's a 4.5-year-old video. However, both this one and this one are really good guides to getting you to think about what camera you use. So honestly, this Christmas, you do not have to get your nearest and dearest to buy you a really expensive camera. I started off with a Canon camera which cost me under £40 on eBay, and you can do exactly the same. So thank you very much, everybody. I am now going to get a warm cup of tea and edit this video. Take care. Thank you. Bye.